Magic 107.5, 97.5, The Real Sound of Atlanta. Ryan Cameron, Uncensored. BMF Season 2. Friday, January 6th, 8 o'clock. And we got two people you should know.
Can I do the background while you do that?
Wait, what you going to do?
Ooh, you can stop the rain.
Demetrius Flittery Jr., Lil Meech, and Miles Malik Truitt. B. Mickle in the building. What up, yo?
He states that, and you know what? I was gonna correct you when I came in here.
What
It's
happened?
not Mickle, it's Mickey.
Oh, my bad, man.
No, you all good.
Fuck it, man. Ain't that what y'all been doing all day?
I'm dead. I'm past the energy. I'm dead. I'm past the information.
I heard y'all been walking out on folks, man. What's going on?
Nah. I heard folks ain't been watching the show.
Well, yeah, you know, you can't do an interview and not know the show.
Somebody told us they watched one episode and asked Miles if
What's
he
our Da Vinci?
Oh, word. Okay, well, you know,
Be Mickey
we're
was Terry.
going to move on from that. We're going to talk about the good things, man.
Good things.
I was at the premiere, of course, at Lakewood. Okay. I saw the crowd. I saw how excited everybody was. Did y'all think it was going to have this kind of, like, effect that people was, like, waiting? Because the thing about this to me is, man, I love watching them all, and then when they stop, I get mad.
Right, me too.
You get mad, too?
Yeah.
I was looking forward to the impact that it had. You know, you gotta look at the audience and the people that's watching the show.
Right.
People that grew up on this type of music, grew up on the hairstyles, grew up on the clothing. You know, grew up in Detroit. You feel me? So I feel like that's the main sort of the reason why people wanted to watch it. You know.
So for you, man, Lil Meech, I mean, I have been in this business for 30 years. So not only do I know your pops, I have lived all of that. When people watch the show, how much of it do you have you ever had a consultation with your dad, like, you know, this is what we're gonna be doing or whatever? Have y'all ever talked about how the show, like, do they watch the show?
Hell yeah, he get to watch it at the prison he's in. He's blessed enough to be able to watch it because every prison don't be able to get to see premium cable, premium television. So the prison that he is at, he's able to watch it, and he's able to see every season. But he loves it. He loves the way I'm playing the role. He loves the way that I'm portraying him. You know, he just always gives me insight on his mind frame at the time he was growing up, the different hardships he had to face being so young, having to grow up so fast in a murder capital, Detroit, when it wasn't shit else but drugs.
Right.
So it's like he helped me understand him more and to be able to play him better, you know, understand his position and where he was thinking at the time and what he was dealing with at the time. So it's a lot. You know, season 2 is basically, we're deep into the story now. Season 1 was just to show everybody, you know, the start. And now we deeper into the story. You know, we deeper into the characters. There's more everything.
So, you know, I mean, I know 50 and he, I called him a bully when last time he was on. I said, man, you be bullying people, man. He don't care. You know, he even put up some posts recently about anything, stuff that's going on with you. When you saw the post, what did you think?
I just laughed. Because 50 is a creative genius. He's a genius with everything he do. Like, he has a reason behind it, you know, and he knows how to make things that people thought were serious. He knows how to play with it, you know, and to the point where people be looking at it like it ain't that serious no more.
Right.
You know, he just, I let him do what he does. You know, that's like my second dad. You know, I talk to him every day. That's my mentor. So he lead me in the direction to go in when anything happens, you know, because stuff happens all the time. So he always know how to play different things, and he knows different ways to go about it because he's been doing it all his life.
Right. So, I mean, when, you know, for us in Atlanta, you know, at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, right, and I've seen it happen to a lot of people. There's a dividing line, right? There's DeKalb County, and then there's Fulton County, and it runs right in the middle of the airport. If you go through the airport, it all depends on what county you in because you don't know where it is. It's invisible, right? One place, if something happens and they find something, you get a ticket and you go home.
Right.
The other side, and you still don't know where it is, you go to jail.
Right.
And nobody knows how that goes.
It's up to the discretion of the people, of the officer, whoever running the area.
Did you feel like you were singled out?
Yeah. I feel like I was singled out because it was a mistake.
Right.
My executive protection, me and him have the same bag. So we have the same go-yard bag. I bought him the same bag as mine. So when we were going through
Like
the
as a
airport-
gift?
Yeah, as a gift.
Okay.
It's my blood cousin. One of my executive protections is my blood cousin. So his birthday, I bought him a bag that looked like mine. When we be going through the airport, we moving fast. I grabbed his bag by mistake. The TSA told me as soon as you touch a bag and put it on the belt, it's your bag.
It's your bag.
automatically. You can't switch it around, go back, and unfortunately, I don't have my license, my gun license, so they had to, take me in custody. But once my cousin made the statement saying it was his weapon, he does have the license for it, it's in his name, it was a mistake, they let me go.
But
So-
are we all the blogs and everybody else saying that part?
Yeah, my cousin made a statement. He
No, I'm
put
just
it out
saying
there.
because they ran with
Oh, yeah, some of the blogs don't know,
right,
but obviously people want clicks, they want clickbait.
right,
They
clickbait.
want to wish the worst on somebody.
Yeah,
But, mistakes happen, and we got it cleaned up. The case going to be dropped. It's not going to be no case. They know I'm not a terrorist trying to shoot up the airport. So it's not like it meant to happen,
So with the new season coming out, you finding a whole bunch of like audience that you never thought would be watching this show. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Because BMF, doesn't matter if you black, white, Asian, or Chinese, you can still feel connected to it. It's about a single-parent household. Growing up, everybody can relate to that. It's about a family that's dealing with different things and problems, and they all showing everybody that they still love each other no matter what. They're still gonna have each other's back. So it's something you still can feel connected to. Because BMF has soul. It's not just about drug dealing and what they're doing.
right.
It's about family and soul and loving one another and having each other's back. So that's what BMF is about, I feel like.
Miles, talk about how you got into acting, bro.
Theater. I didn't really want to do acting. I wanted to play basketball.
Okay.
And there was no more basketball slots left at that summer camp that I wanted to go to.
Mhm.
My mom was like, you can either go to Emory Hospital for the rest of the summer with your grandma, or you can go to this theater camp. And I took that. And
So where was the theater cat was here? Where?
at the Croc Center.
Oh,
Actually,
word.
Yeah, my manager was working there too. You feel me? Yeah, it's at the Croc Center on the west side. And went there for like 2 years, just learning the basics of acting. How to pick up on different mannerisms, being comfortable in front of large audiences. And
Right.
I was able to transfer that to film.
Right.
From being in front of 500 people, to being in front of a lens and 12 people of a production. So yeah.
So I mean, right there, down from where Run and Shoot used to be,
Mm-hmm.
the Croc Center, because my foundation, we do events over there all the time, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes,
So you got the bug. When did you know? All right, this is what I really want to do. I feel like I got the chops to do this.
I feel like it was my first time meeting Robbie Reed, Chris Robinson, New Edition Story. Because when I first booked it, I didn't even think I was gonna book it. When I first initially got the call, my mom got the call. She started crying. I didn't really.
How did she tell you?
She came home from work. And this is actually like maybe 2-3 weeks after she had like quit her job.
Right.
And she came home around 9:00, and she's just on the phone crying. And I'm like, "Why are you crying?" She's like crying. She's like, "You made it." And I'm like, "What?" We just go ballistic. But I never really knew the impact that it was gonna have on, on my life and on other people's too. And like now you have 4-year-olds singing Candy Girl,
Right.
to this day, so yeah. That's how I started.
Can y'all give us anything to look out for, plot twist, or be on the lookout for this? I don't want give too much away, but y'all gotta before we wrap, y'all gotta give me something, man. Give me
I don't want
something.
to spoil it, but we could definitely tell you it's a lot of new faces y'all can expect to see, like Monique, Carisha in Miami, Leslie Jones, a lot of different faces, different legends. Like Monique was amazing to work with. We learned so much from her. You can expect more action, more dialogue, more everything in season 2. It's just elevation.
Going into more, going into depth and more storylines. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
the first season, we introduced every character. Now we're introducing the situation they go home to,
Right.
their family. You know what I mean? Like how do they keep that intact and keeping it consistent as well? So yeah, and a lot of action, a lot of shooting, a lot of stunt scenes. Different cast members. So yeah, it's a lot to expect this next season.
I mean, but we know, when you get this kind of success, man, and Ray and myself on Ryan Cameron Uncensored, we always say it early, man. When you get to like season 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever, y'all may not be, when the publicists and all the people, just remember, man, we was here. And y'all did not walk out on us, man. Y'all did not walk out on the interview because we watched the show and we are truly fans.
Thank you. True story. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Of course, you already know we wasn't
Y'all
gonna do
think
you like that.
Like I was telling Miles, I think we're going to go like Sopranos, 8 to 10 seasons. That's what we hoping for.
That's the goal.
Yeah. BMF, we got so much to talk about. My daddy was out here for too long. We can't do 2-3 seasons and be done.
Right.
Ain't going to be enough.
There
Ain't
you go.
even get to Atlanta yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I definitely got a whole bunch of Atlanta stories, man.
Right. That's going to be crazy how you do that. Ferraris and Lambos and clubs.
But the Cancun reunion, see, you got, you know, if you can talk about the Cancun reunion next time you talk to Meech, we took a trip to Mexico.
Real?
So, you know,
Y'all went to Cancun?
we went. Your dad had the biggest hotel suite I've ever seen. It had a full pool on the floor. Everybody was in there, and I never forget. All these women were in there, and they was like, "Yeah, we finna go do something. We better do something. We gonna do something. And then somebody, and your dad was so chill. Somebody said, "I don't know what y'all hoes finna do, but y'all better get downstairs and get back to teabagging." And I was like, "Okay." The world is BMF.
What y'all finna do is
I don't know what y'all think y'all about to do. That's a true story. So ask your dad about the Cancun reunion because I was on the plane. Yes, sir. I am Atlanta. I was on the plane. Listen, the plane, people were so rowdy on, this is before 9/11. So people were undoing the bottles. They were shooting dice.
On the plane?
On the plane in the middle part, right?
Wow.
And so it was Aeromexico. So the people on the plane, the flight attendants was like, hey, please, can you sit down in the back? Please, sir, we cannot take off the plane. Please, sir, if y'all don't mind, can y'all sit? And they weren't listening to nobody, right? So as soon as I landed, I booked my flight back on another airline because I said they're gonna stop this shit when they get back to Atlanta. And they was in customs for 5 hours.
My daddy know?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because they showed out going over. So it's like, oh, we're gonna wait till they get back to Atlanta. We got something for them. So tell your pops, man, all the best, number love, man, and we support you and the family, man, and it's all good. ATL.
ATL.
It's magic.